sicko mode.
Made this here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they give me loose. Yeah, jump out, boys. That's Nike boys hopping our coops.
Yeah. Yeah, I came in with a saw. Ooh, yeah, I came in with a saw. Yeah, bitch, I flare red raw. Yeah, bitch, I flare red raw. Yeah.
Tap, tap, tap. Wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to bag an 8-figure nigga. Face on zaddy, pockets on jigger.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth.
You're going to like this. Follow for more.
Wait just a second, we gotta turn our cameras sideways for this one. And that's why you should follow me on YouTube. But first, wait just a second, we gotta turn our cameras sideways for this one. And that's why you should follow me on YouTube. But first,
I want you on my team.
So does everybody else.
Baby, we can keep it on the low. Let your guard down, ain't nobody got it know. If you with a girl, I know a place we can go.
What kind of girl do you take me for?
Lando on a Mando. Okay, so I'm starting a new series on this account where I go through my Discord and either answer questions, react to memes, or just go over some of the crazy stuff that happens in there. If you want to know how to get to my Discord, links in my bio. What are ways to increase your speed? That is an excellent question, and to be quite honest with you, martial arts is about repetition. You practice, you practice, you practice, and you practice again. And without practicing, you're just not going to get good. It's difficult, it gets time-consuming, and it can get hard to practice sometimes. It can get hard to make yourself do it, but that's what martial arts requires. I guess not all boots are made for walking. Okay, so I feel super old for asking this question, but what does POG mean? I don't actually know what that means. So if someone could explain it down in the comments, I'd be very grateful. So if you want me to answer some of your questions or reply to some of the memes you sent, just send them into my Discord. What's up, guys? So if you're seeing this right now, it means I'm live online playing Minecraft on YouTube. So if you want to check that out, definitely check it out. Links in my link tree. It's not on my YouTube, it's on someone else's YouTube. But we're getting ready for a SMP server for the Modern Ninja and everyone else that wants to play on it. So if you're interested in that, check out the stream. But if you wanted to be on it and if you want to get whitelisted, I'm whitelisting the first 5 to 7 people that jump on my Discord and tell me they want to be interested or they want to be on the server. So if that interests you, let me know. Jump in the Discord, links on my link tree. Again, it's all in my bio. So yeah, this is only going to be up while I'm live. So if once this video gets taken down, or once I'm done live, this video will be taken down and that offer will go away. So yeah, ask questions if you have any in the comments. But until then, later.
Athletes, what's the most disrespectful thing you've done in your sport?
Okay, so disclaimer, I didn't actually do this myself, but I figured this is a good enough story you guys would have to know. So I was actually judging a sword tricking competition, and they use music, and it's a whole event. It's really fun. People enjoy watching it. I've competed for years, and this year I was judging, and this kid, starts his form. He does his moves, bang, bang, bang. He's going good. He's doing flips. It's looking good. The music cuts. He stops. He walks over to the judges. He looks us dead in the eye. And he licks his sword. He winks. Music kicks back up, and he begins again full speed, like nothing just happened. Like me and the two other judges looked at each other in disbelief because this kid just licked the blade of his sword, which is super disrespectful. So yeah, that's it.
The question is, how are dual wielding sais practical? Now I want to do something interesting here. I am not an expert in Eastern martial arts. However, one thing that I do know is that the form of a weapon follows function. So while I could just research it, I think it'd be kind of fun to just give it my best educated guess and see if there are any Eastern martial artists who can tell me how I did, either in a duet or in the comments. First of all, from the overall design, the closest thing that I can think of in Western martial arts is a parrying dagger. I imagine that that is why you have these giant prongs. It is intended to catch an opponent's weapon. I imagine the reason why you use two is so that either of them could be used for defense or offense. These appear to be unsharpened blades entirely meant for piercing, and so I imagine that these are entirely meant to basically just be combat knives. That your goal is going to be to grapple and get in close, and whereas ordinarily you'd throw some kind of punch or kick, instead you just stab with a knife. And like Western martial arts, I imagine that this is your backup or a weapon that you use when another's not available. Or like Raphael, when you don't need a better weapon because you're so freaking awesome.
Alright, so a lot of things happened at the Capitol building, and there's a lot of people talking about it and a lot of things that need to be said, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm barely awake right now. What I am going to say is, to whoever hears this on whatever side of the line you are on, be safe. If you're anywhere near anything like that, or even if you're not, be careful right now in the world. Whether you're Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, it does not matter. Be safe. The best form of self-defense is to simply not be there. So do with that information what you will. But till then, have a good night.
Yeah, look on, yeah. Yeah, I came in with a saw. Ooh, yeah, I came in with a saw. Yeah, bitch, I flare red raw. Yeah, bitch, I get her. She dancing like a creeper. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
The question is, how are dual wielding sais practical? Now I want to do something interesting here. I am not an expert in Eastern martial arts. However, one thing that I do know is that the form of a weapon follows function. So while I could just research it, I think it'd be kind of fun to just give it my best educated guess and see if there are any Eastern martial artists who can tell me how I did, either in a duet or in the comments. First of all, from the overall design, the closest thing that I can think of in Western martial arts is a parrying dagger. I imagine that that is why you have these giant prongs. It is intended to catch an opponent's weapon. I imagine the reason why you use two is so that either of them could be used for defense or offense. These appear to be unsharpened blades entirely meant for piercing, and so I imagine that these are entirely meant to basically just be combat knives. That your goal is going to be to grapple and get in close, and whereas ordinarily you'd throw some kind of punch or kick, instead you just stab with a knife. And like Western martial arts, I imagine that this is your backup or a weapon that you use when another's not available. Or like Raphael, when you don't need a better weapon because you're so freaking awesome.
I'm pissed off, so I'm gonna go train a little bit. Double lightsabers? Yep. A little bit of staff action. Who knows? Maybe I'll get some double staff action. Of course you can't forget the commas. Oh, why am I mad? Because I'm tired of every single video I do getting taken down. Apparently TikTok's taking away followers. I don't know why, but I've noticed it too. Like, I've noticed losing people, so if you see this, double check, make sure you're following me. Thanks.
Well, that was my first time fighting. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Punch me in my face. Raw? Beep baboo beep. Well, that was my first time fighting. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Punch me in my face. Raw? Beep baboo beep.
Rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray.
and I'm down on my knees again. Thank you for the happiest year of my life.
So I got these cool 3D printed plastic throwing knives by One Stop Print Shop that work great for filming. Hear me, TikTok, they are props. They actually are props this time. So these ones in particular have Modern Ninja on the top there and Ninja and Kanji underneath, which I think makes them super cool. They're super light and again, great for props because they're not sharp on the sides. It's not gonna kill you. It's great. So yeah, check them out down below, I guess. Test it out? Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I'd call that a success. There's a link to the guy that made them down in the description. Fun fact, nunchucks aren't even weapons. I know. Just give me a second, let me explain. Originally, Okinawan martial artists introduced nunchucks as a training weapon, a way to develop quicker hand movements and better hand-eye coordination. Because if you've ever used nunchucks, you know it takes a lot of hand-eye coordination. So why does the public think it is a weapon? Well, good question. To be honest, you can thank this man right here almost entirely. Bruce Lee's movie career brought nunchucks to fame not only in America, but in the majority of the world. My man was so good that he could take a literal training weapon and make everyone believe that it was meant for combat all along. So yeah, like this video for more martial arts facts.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Bitch, I wanna party like Chris Farley.
Alright, so it kind of depends on what you're going to use your staff for. Personally, I've used staffs that are shorter than me and staffs that are taller than me. So, like, honestly, you could use either one. It doesn't really matter. But regardless, you're going to want to get a staff that is within your height, give or take 2 inches. So if you're 6 foot even, getting a staff that's either 5'10" or getting a staff that's 6'2" and staying in between that range is going to be what you want, in my opinion. Now, if you're using your staff for combat training, then you're going to want taller because taller gives you more of a reach, and that really matters in combat training. However, if you're doing the kind of stuff that I do, you're going to want shorter than you because when you're spinning a bow staff really quickly, it's really easy for it to clip on the ground or hit things around you. So having a staff that's shorter than you helps when you're trying to spin your bow staff. Really hope this was helpful and follow me on YouTube because I do videos like this all the time.